I'm back, baby. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded a video, but as you can see, I've been pretty busy. Been moving into a new place, and it's been a lot of work. In this 90-degree weather, it's kind of sucked. But you guys are really important to me, so I'm going to keep you guys updated with the news here. And as you can see, today we got CPI coming in lower than expected at 0.2% with the forecasted 0.3%. That's 0.2% lower than last month, and it looks like inflation is finally headed back down to 2% so that the Fed might actually be able to continue their pause. Speaking of the Fed's pause, it looks like there's a 92% chance that they're actually doing a skip and that they're going to be doing another 25 basis point hike here in the next meeting, which is coming up in just about 2 weeks, I believe. According to this, it says 13 days at the time of recording. Bitcoin is still sitting here at $30,404 at the time of recording, and I'm not going to lie, I kind of expected it to pump a little bit this morning on the news of the CPI coming in lower than expected, but we're still moving sideways, and I'm still not sure if this is actually going to turn out to be a Bart Simpson pattern right here and send us back down to about $25,000, or if we're going to break back to the upside, continuing this bull flag pattern and taking us up to about $40,000. As a matter of fact, if you look right here, you can see that we do possibly have another bull flag formation forming here as we're moving sideways, and the price target for this is about the same as the price target for the original bull flag pattern. So if both of these patterns continue to play out to the upside, it looks like we're going to be going to about $40,000. But if we do break down below about 29 or basically $30,000, then it looks like we might be going to fill this out and turn it into a Bart Simpson pattern, taking us back down to 25,000. Obviously, people are still trying to wait and see what's going to happen with these Bitcoin ETF filings, and it looks like we might not actually get any confirmation on whether they're going to be denied or accepted before the end of the year, and it might actually be at the beginning of next year before we really do find out. So I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the catalyst that sends us going to the upside here or gets us rejected. And as I said, I did kind of think that the CPI was going to give us a confirmation today, but it didn't. But here in the next couple of days, I think we're probably going to see some catalyst popping up because we can't continue to trade sideways in this range for very much longer. And I think that pretty much at any minute, we're going to find out whether we're going to be going up or down. But even if we do see that retracement and this turns out to be a Bart pattern, sending us back down to 25,000, it's not like this is going to be the end of crypto because we're still going to the upside eventually. It's just a matter of time because the government can still not obviously quit spending money. Here we have an article by Fox News that says the federal debt has exploded by $1 trillion in 5 weeks since the deal suspending the limit became law. Everybody was concerned over the debt ceiling getting raised, and it looks like they raised it, but not to an actual level. They raised it and put basically no ceiling on it, which means that they can spend as much money as they want over the next few years. And knowing our government, that just means that they're going to be burning money left and right. Whenever the government wants to spend money, they obviously have to print treasury bills, and right now it looks like the treasury market has been absorbing all of the government spending because of the interest rates being so high. But eventually the market is going to become saturated and there's not going to be very many more people trying to buy all of these treasury bills, especially as people continue to lose faith in the dollar, and eventually this is going to reflect in the Fed's balance sheet. Right now you can see that the Fed's balance sheet has continued to be going down, but I think that it might be actually forming a double bottom here, and eventually, like I said, the Fed is going to have to start buying these treasuries and putting them on their balance sheet, or else the government is not going to continue to be able to spend money like they have been. It's just a matter of time until this happens, and whenever you start to see this line inflecting to the upside, this means that liquidity is coming back into the market, and I think this is going to be a huge boon for cryptocurrency and basically hard assets across the board. But whenever that happens, it might be too late and it might be impossible to get into cryptocurrency because later this month, the Fed is launching their FedNow payment system, which is going to eventually be a CBDC. According to this article by the Daily Hodl, JP Morgan Chase and 40 other U.S. banks are conducting FedNow trial runs ahead of the instant payment service's launch. FedNow is due to release later on this month, and whenever it does, if you're dished out CBDCs, they might become expirable or just ineligible to be spent on things like cryptocurrency that will let you escape their system. And the whole time, there's probably going to be attacks against cryptocurrency, like people saying that Bitcoin alone is estimated to consume 127 terawatt hours a year. This is more than many countries, including Norway. And as you know, because of our ESG movement and trying to move to green energy, this is totally unacceptable by a certain party in the US government. And they want to use this narrative to crush cryptocurrency so that you can remain under their thumb and you can't gain financial freedom. But you may have heard about this new building in Las Vegas that is basically a giant screen. And it's even basically a huge stadium inside with like 50,000 seats or something crazy like that. And according to this tweet by Luke Martin, this newly built Las Vegas Sphere costs about $2.3 billion US dollars and uses 150 terawatt hours of electricity per year to power the massive screen. I don't know about you, but I think that 150 terawatt hours a year is just a little bit more than 127 terawatt hours a year. But you're not going to hear any of the Democratic politicians complaining about this new building in Vegas, and you're not going to be seeing them put any anti-sphere coalitions together and try to ban this thing or make it illegal. But that's because things like this are for the elite, and it costs billions of dollars for them to all have fun in. But if you're invested in Bitcoin, then that means that they'll lose that power and they're not going to continue to be able to live their lavish lifestyles. If you pay attention, then you can obviously see that their narrative is all lies. These people don't expect you to be smart enough to even just look up the power consumption of one building and compare it to the whole Bitcoin network. I'm obviously not saying that the Las Vegas Sphere should be banned or anything like that. I think it's a great addition to the skyline and it's probably going to bring a lot of money to the city. I'm a capitalist, and this is the amazing kind of technological advancements that capitalism can bring to our society. But you can't just accept one building using 150 terawatt hours a year while also accepting the narrative that the whole Bitcoin network using less electricity than that is going to make the oceans rise in level and burn down all of our cities and cause us to all be breathing in smoke and leading to droughts and causing people to suffer through a climate catastrophe style Armageddon, when the real reason that they don't want you to use this much power to basically participate in the Bitcoin blockchain is because they don't want you to use the power to gain the power and take it away from them. But I think that the people are starting to wake up, and when they do, eventually there's going to be no option other than to basically live as a serf under the CBDC system and the FedNow payment system, or you're going to have to get over into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and escape that system. Whenever that happens, there's going to be people flooding into cryptocurrency, and as the government tries to tighten that stranglehold and close any gateways for people to get into crypto, I think we're going to be going to the moon, and this might actually be the last crazy-ass bull market before the government takes control. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Will the government actually ever be able to take control over cryptocurrency, or is it going to set us all free? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and let me know how everything sounds and how it looks, because obviously I just got this set up situated. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. This is Abisu. He's named after one of the 7 lucky gods of Japan. According to legend, he will bring wealth and prosperity to anybody who evokes his name. So don't forget to write his name in the comments, or you'll bring dishonor to your whole portfolio. And check out this video right here. Say goodbye, Abisu.